Hello everyone and welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today we are revisiting and reintroducing an old favorite of mine. These are the Rituel de Fille Ash and Ember eye soots. If you are unfamiliar with these, they are the most gorgeous powder and cream mixture formula. They retail for $39. You get a ton of product in here, 5.75 grams. They're in these great glass packages that have the Rituel de Fille name on top. They're a little bit see-through so that you can see the shade, and then the shade label is on the bottom. These are essentially like a pressed pure pigment that includes no waxes, and what's really great about that is that increases their longevity because the waxes in certain products will melt with your skin, in turn causing them to crease a little bit more heavily. These still are formulated with oil, so I do find that these will crease a little bit on me. Again, they have that powder cream sort of blend, but they're really easy to tap out. They perform really well as far as color payoff and blendability. Like, there is such a smooth, soft texture to these that I absolutely love. They are available in 9 different shades, and they have so many different uses. You can wear them on their own as an eyeshadow. You can lay them down as a really great base, or you can also, of course, use these with an angled brush as a liner. And the shade range on this is what is the most spectacular, and what I really love about Rituel de Fille as a brand is that it is so incredibly unique. Most of these are shimmer finishes, as you will see, which I love, so you can mix it in with existing mattes. Maybe some of those RMS new cashmere matte eye paints work amazing, but there are 2 satin finish ones as well, and I will of course break all of those down. I wanted to reintroduce this formula because while it is the same old formula we know and love, the packaging has definitely gotten a makeover. I did already show it off to you, but before, if you were familiar and maybe it put you off of the product, they were like a lot taller and a lot more narrow. So you really had no choice but to use a brush. But once you used a certain amount of the product, reaching it became increasingly more difficult. So they've repackaged it. If you don't have nails, you can even dip your finger in there, but a brush is my preferred method of applying these, whether it be a flat brush and then blending it out, or they do actually have their own eye soot brush, which is just perfect for it. So it is an all synthetic fiber brush, making it perfect for this formula, and is a really small but densely packed dome. I did all of the swatches on the back of my hand with this brush, so you will see the sort of color payoff that this can really deliver. But what I also love is that they kept in mind it's going to be small enough to take in the outer corner, or inner corner I should say, as well as underneath that lash line. So you can really achieve a full look with this. I would maybe just use this in like a fluffy blending brush, but you could really just use the edge of your finger if you're in a pinch. But these retails for $24, and something to consider if you maybe don't have a shape like this, it is the perfect companion with those eye soots. So as I've already stated, I love this formula. I think it goes on like an absolute freaking dream. I love the colors. I love the way that they work together. And like, yeah, they might crease like a little bit, and I have hooded eyes, so I struggle with this with basically everything in some capacity, but anything that's going to give you that's like a pressed pure pigment, there's always a tiny smidge of creasing, but it doesn't like erase at the end of the day or like melt off your face, which that's kind of like, you know, that's too heavy an offense for me. So overall they wear really well, and they're very easy to use despite their high payoff, really interesting color palette. So let's just jump right into swatching all of these 9 shades. There's been some new ones since I've last done this video because it's been years. There's been that packaging update, and then certain shades that we just don't carry anymore. So this is the up-to-date list, and everything is available to shop right here, right now. Starting off with Anima. Anima is described as a mauve pink with a merge of warm and cool tones. I love this one. This is actually, I know it looked new. I had the old packaging of this one, and I just absolutely love this shade. I think that this is so incredibly wearable. I think this is gonna work well on everyone. If you guys remember Well People, they had a shade called Pink Champagne, I believe it was called, and it was like my favorite eyeshadow ever. It reminds me a lot of that. I love that mixture of warm and cool. So while it's mauve, it may have that cool undertone, but if you put that with like a nice warm brown in the crease, it will totally lean that direction, and it is absolutely freaking gorgeous. I love this one. Not too light, not too cool, and that one is a shimmer finish. I did also want to do a quick shout out to this product. This is the Jenny Patinkin Spray Away Instant Makeup Cleaner. I'm using this for like my in-between swatches because I like to swatch it on my hand and kind of get this in real time, and this is an amazing, amazing product if you are using one brush to do many different things. All right, moving right along to the shade Cultist. Cultist is a really unique shade because it is a gray toned taupe that actually has a subtle gold sheen in it. This is an amazing one and done shadow because it's a shimmer finish. What I love about the shimmer finish is that when you start to blend them, they're really multi-dimensional. So you can achieve, it looks like you did a lot on your eyes with very, very, very low effort. You guys know I'm not so much of a cool tone girl. That, you know, that gold tone shimmer, it doesn't scream gold at all whatsoever. So if you're not really a fan, I wouldn't let that put you off, and you'll be able to see that in the swatch. But that high shine gunmetal like finish is just absolutely gorgeous on this guy. Then we've got the shade Fauna. Fauna, I would say, is most similar to that Anima shade that I first showed you guys, but it's a lot more cool tone. So there's another shimmering rose champagne that they describe it, but this one isn't quite as rosy. It has more of a lilac finish to it, which again, if you are more into cool tones, I recently did a cool tone video and I did mention this product, then you will absolutely love this. It would be a great topper on top of Cultist to add even more dimension, add a little bit of a shine, but it's just beautiful, and again, so incredibly unique. You're gonna hear me saying a lot in that in this video because Rituel de Fille is just the master. Then we've got its sort of counterpart, Flora. These were released at the same time. When you look at them in the package, they look incredibly similar, and that's why I love to do these swatch videos, because upon swatching, so different. This one is a lot richer while still cool toned. It's a lot more purple. It is like purple with the coolest, almost chromatic silver, but it doesn't make it look silver. It still looks purple. It's kind of hard to describe. Thank God we have visual aid here in this video, but if you want something a little bit more taupey, go with Fauna, and then if you want something more purple metallic, go with Flora. It is gorgeous. It's almost like periwinkle. Cool toned perfection. I mean, a really cool spring shade. I wore this on the eyes in that cool tone video, and I was actually surprised by how much I liked the look, because you guys know I'm mostly into warm tones. Speaking of warm tones, we are getting into my sort of shades. We've got the shade Half Light. This one is probably my longest love of the whole Rituel de Fille lineup. It is a taupe shade, but it is a satin finish. And it's almost like the more you blend this, it's like it looks warm on the edges, and then it's like this milk chocolatey coolness in the middle. Another great one for a one and done shadow look. I would apply it densely on the lid, buff it out to get that like warmth, almost halo in the crease, and then you could also densely pack this up as a fabulous, fabulous dark brown liner that you can manipulate, and it just goes on so freaking smooth. That's also what I love about this. I think if you even have aging eyelids or anything like that, I think you will love this formula despite its shimmer, because it goes on so incredibly smooth. It doesn't cling. It is truly, truly velvet. Okay, moving along to Love Spell. This is gonna be the warmest option. I do have Love Spell a little bit in my outer corner here today. This is a warm, shimmering copper. There is nothing better to me than on a hot summer day to slap this all over the lid, put a little bit of brown liner on the waterline, tons of mascara, and just go dance the night away. It is sultry, sexy, universally flattering, and just gorgeous. There is, again, a lot of depth to this. So that shimmer that's in here is going to give you that dimension, and then it'll look a little bit more matte in the crease. They are really magical. They blend out so effortlessly, which I really appreciate about these as well, making them incredibly beginner friendly. But I just love this true warm copper shade. It looks good on everyone. Kicking things up a little bit to get you some depth and dimension, we've got the shade Mineralia, and I actually love this shade. I sort of rediscovered it because I feel like when I look at it, it intimidates me a little bit, but it is this gorgeous, rich chocolate brown. I would say the base of it is a little bit more neutral, cool tone, but there is this fiery red iridescence to this that I think would make it pair beautifully with Half Light, but you could take this a lot of different directions, which I really love about that as well. This is going to be one of the best shades in the lineup to use as a liner because it is the most rich, and it is also going to give you a little bit of that depth and dimension with that fiery sort of sheen in here as well. As subtle as it is, it's also very impactful, and that's what I love about the magic of these formulas and just the magic of a pressed pigment. You get a lot of dimension within these shades, which I just absolutely love. In a similar vein, but different, we've got the shade Serpent de Mer. And Serpent de Mer is described as a dramatic burnt taupe with violet and bronze shimmer. So this is going to be another shimmery one. Oh, this one's actually a satin. That's right. So the shimmer in this one is really subtle. It's just going to be the tiniest little flecks, but this is a rich, deep, dark brown. If you want a crazy smoky eye, I would lay this down as a base and put any of the lighter, more shimmering shades on top. It is going to make it pop, and it doesn't need to be a Rituel de Fille shade. It could be any shade in your collection, but this is rich and dark, easily blendable, and if you really pack these on the lid, you can really navigate the fallout on these as well. But with the darker shades, if you're gonna slap this all over the lid, I would do your eyes first. That way you're able to clean it up. But oh my God, it is just so chocolatey and rich. And I love a shade that just looks so sooty and dark. I love it, but this one is brown, not a black, which I like. So it's gonna be a smidgen softer. And then finally, we've got the shade that is actually all over my lids today, and this is the shade Sigil. Sigil is described as a warm rosé champagne with sheer golden sparks. And it's actually really quite neutral once you put it on the eyes, but it's gorgeous. This is another one that I think would look good on everybody. It is almost like a warm, fleshy sort of tone, which I love. It's going to make it just a great nude all over the lid. I think this could be a great no makeup option as well, because you can just sort of tap it all over the eyelid. If you have a deeper skin tone, this would probably make for a really nice highlight because there's that warmth there, maybe underneath the brow or in that inner corner. But if we have a similar skin tone, this all over the lid with just like a little lick of mascara and you're on your merry way. I've made it a little bit slightly more dramatic today, but that is what I have all over my lids, and this is going to be one of the most wearable, universal shades in the bunch as well. So I absolutely love that one. And that is it, you guys. That concludes all 9 shades of the fabulous Rituel de Fille Ash and Ember Eye Soots. Whether you are a longtime lover or a recent discovery, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it helpful. As always, I'm going to have all of these shades swatched right next to each other. Rituel de Fille really are the masters of not only giving you original, unique shades that you really can't find anywhere else in the green beauty space, but really just delivering great variety within the range. There's truly none that look the same. I think that they all are so different. It's just going to come down to your personal color preferences, but I think you're going to love this versatile formula. So if you did enjoy this video, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a big thumbs up, subscribe. I do upload new videos here every single Monday, and I don't want you guys to miss it. Please make sure that you're checking out that description down below to subscribe to our newsletter. Check out that swatch photo. Again, I'll have all of the shades right next to each other so you can see which one is best for you in natural daylight, so you're getting really true, accurate tone. I'm going to have a direct link to shop the Rituel de Fille Ash and Ember Eye Soots on the Integrity Botanicals website, and I will also have a link to other Rituel de Fille videos because I really love this brand and I'm excited to be revisiting it because it's been a while since I've talked about at length these products. And if there's anything that I haven't reviewed or swatched in a while that you'd love to see a redo because maybe there's been some new shades or a little bit of a makeover, definitely let me know that as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to check out our social media handles and leave a comment of what your favorite shade is. I love to know what you guys really enjoy because I feel like it's always really different from me, and that's what makes the world go around, baby. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the consistent love and support, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.